Welcome to Trivia Clips. She's a rock and roll rebel, a pioneer, and a legend. Let's see how well you know Joan Jett, her career, her hits, and her legacy. Get ready for part 1 of this high-voltage trivia challenge. 1. What was the name of Joan Jett's first band? A. The Heartbreakers. B. The Runaways. C. Girl School. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, B. The Runaways. Joan Jett co-founded the Runaways in the mid-1970s. They were one of the first all-female rock bands to gain major attention. The band challenged gender roles in the music industry. Joan played rhythm guitar and shared lead vocals. Their rebellious image caused both praise and controversy. The Runaways became cult icons after their breakup. 2. What is Joan Jett's most famous song? A. Bad Reputation. B. Cherry Bomb. C. I Love Rock and Roll. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, C. I Love Rock and Roll, released in 1981 with the Blackhearts. It hit #1 on the Billboard charts. It stayed there for 7 weeks and became her signature song. The track was originally written by Arrows in 1975. Jett made it an anthem with raw vocals and gritty guitar. It's still a karaoke favorite and rock staple today. She turned a cover into a career-defining hit. Chapter 3. Who produced her debut solo album? A. Kenny Laguna. B. Rick Rubin. C. Phil Spector. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, A. Kenny Laguna. Kenny Laguna became her longtime collaborator and friend. He believed in her when labels didn't, helping fund her first album. They distributed it independently out of the trunk of his car. The album later became Bad Reputation. Laguna has worked with Jett ever since. Their partnership defined her DIY success story. 4. What punk icon did Joan Jett play guitar with in 1979? A. Johnny Rotten. B. Iggy Pop. C. The Sex Pistols. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, C. The Sex Pistols. She briefly filled in for Sid Vicious on bass during early sessions. After the Runaways disbanded, she spent time in England. There, she connected with members of the punk scene. Though unofficial, her ties to punk are real and deep. Jett blended punk energy with classic rock riffs. She was never just pop, she was punk with polish. 5. What's the name of her band after the Runaways? A. The Blackhearts. B. The Riot Girls. C. The Deadhearts. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, A. The Blackhearts. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts were formed in 1980. They became her most famous and successful project. Together, they released multiple albums and toured worldwide. The band gave her creative control and freedom. Their chemistry and raw sound defined 80s rock. They're still active and influential today. Box 6. In what movie did Kristen Stewart play Joan Jett? A. Nowhere Fast. B. The Runaways. C. Cherry Bomb. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, B. The Runaways. The 2010 biopic The Runaways starred Kristen Stewart as Jett. It depicted the rise and fall of the band. Jett was involved in the film's production. She coached Stewart on her voice and mannerisms. The movie revived interest in The Runaways. It showed Jett's lasting cultural impact. 7. What major music honor did Joan Jett receive in 2015? A. Kennedy Center Honor. B. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. C. Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, B. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She was inducted alongside the Blackhearts. Jett thanked those who believed in her when others didn't. Her speech was passionate and humble. She finally got the recognition she deserved. Her induction symbolized victory for women in rock. A punk pioneer became a rock institution. 8. What phrase is linked to her musical attitude? A. No regrets. B. Rock like a girl. C. Bad reputation. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, C. Bad reputation. Her 1980 solo album carried this title. It became an anthem for not caring what people think. She embraced rebellion without apology. The song appears in TV, films, and sports intros. It defined her bold public image. To this day, Joan Jett still lives it. End of Part 1. Feeling the power of rock yet? Stick around. Part 2 dives even deeper into her legacy. Let's roll.